The woman was taken aback when she realized that the CEO was the same man she had unknowingly spent the night with. A month earlier, a female colleague, aiming to secure a business deal, had secretly worked with a supplier to drug her drink. Shortly after drinking it, she became dizzy and confused. Sensing that something was wrong, she struggled free from the supplier's grasp, grabbed her belongings, and bolted from the scene. Just as she reached the exit, she accidentally collided with the CEO. Desperate to escape, she pulled him into her car, unknowingly using him as a means to counteract the effects of the drug. The following day, as the CEO made his rounds in the company, the woman, who had arrived late to work, brushed past him without realizing who he was. This led to her being reprimanded and demoted to cleaning duties for a month. When the month ended, she discovered that her performance bonus had been taken by the same female colleague who had plotted against her. Furious, she confronted her superior, but instead of receiving justice, she faced further reprimands. At that moment, the CEO stepped in, stopping her superior. It was then that she realized he was the very man she had encountered that fateful night. Embarrassed, she lowered her head, but to her surprise, the CEO not only recognized her but also appointed her as his secretary. As time passed, she noticed that the CEO never once mentioned what had happened between them. Relieved, she assumed he had forgotten. However, during a dinner outing, she suddenly felt nauseous. Alarmed, the CEO asked if her period was overdue. Upon confirmation, he immediately called his assistant to buy a pregnancy test. When the results confirmed that she was pregnant, the CEO declared that the child would be his heir and proposed marriage. The woman couldn't comprehend why a powerful man like him would want to marry her. In truth, the CEO was under immense pressure from his grandmother to settle down, and fate had aligned in such a way that she was carrying his child. Without hesitation, he decided to marry her, securing their marriage certificate in a rush. However, she insisted on keeping their union a secret, as the company had strict policies against workplace relationships, and she didn't want to be the first to be exposed. The CEO agreed but insisted that she move in with him. Assuming he was merely complying with his grandmother's wishes, she accepted, just as the CEO was about to help her pack. His assistant rushed in with news that his grandmother had been hospitalized with a severe illness. Without delay, he took his wife to visit her. Unbeknownst to them, the grandmother had faked her illness to force him into marriage. Upon learning that her grandson had already married, she leaped out of bed in excitement. She examined her granddaughter-in-law closely, delighted by her refined appearance and graceful demeanor. Curiously, she asked how the two had met. The CEO briefly recounted their encounter, and upon realizing that they were expecting a child, the grandmother scolded him for being irresponsible. She then retrieved a property deed and a family heirloom jade pendant, gifting them to the woman as a welcome present. Not long after, the woman resumed work, only to notice that her superior was treating a newly appointed female director with unusual respect. Word spread that the female director was the CEO's childhood sweetheart, and rumors swirled that she was